recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Speaker, back on January 20th, 2009, the day President Obama took office, the federal debt in this country stood at $10.6 trillion. The federal debt today, as we stand here today, is over $18 trillion. That's an increase of over 70% during his tenure. Debt now represents 101% of the GDP. In other words, let's put this in context. Americans owe more money to its creditors around the world than the value of all the goods, all the services that are produced right here in the United States in 1 year. That level of debt, quite honestly, is unsustainable. In fact, that's not just me saying this. The Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, the CBO, states that our, quote, high and rising debt would have serious negative consequences for both the economy and the federal budget, end quote, and it certainly does. Admiral Michael Mullen, also quoted on this floor before, perhaps put it best when he said, quote, the single biggest threat to our national security in this country is what? The debt. So, Mr. Speaker, America is faced with two paths right now. One, to continue down the path of blissful neglect of our very real budget crisis, or on the other path, to seek an honest solution to it. See, instead of solving our debt problems, President Obama has committed to exacerbating them. The president's budget would add another $8.5 trillion to our already staggering debt. But despite his $2.1 trillion in new taxes in addition, the Obama's budget never, ever balances. It is a vision that consigns our children and grandchildren to a future of crushing debts and heavy tax burdens. The Republican budget, on the other hand, is a stark alternative to the past 6 years of reckless spending and failed policies. Instead of ever increasing debt and ever higher taxes, Republicans will balance the budget in less than 10 years without raising more taxes on you. Instead of pretending that Medicare is sound, Republicans will strengthen the program by making much-needed structural improvements to it. Instead of dictating that Washington knows all the answers, Republicans will promote by innovation and also by flexibility for Medicaid, for education, and other programs by restoring local control. So, Mr. Speaker, I urge today all members of this body to stand up to support the budget and to support the American people, to stand up for strengthening our social safety nets, and to stand up for our children, and to stand up for our grandchildren who do not deserve to be handed the bill for irresponsible spending today. So I urge a yes vote.